All right. Did anybody watch the video from last week?
I haven't seen it, but I know that it's on.
Okay. Actually, it came out really nice. Just that I saw some of your faces on there, so you guys might want to go ahead and turn off your cameras, okay? Just turn off your cameras so your faces don't show up during the lesson. All right? But you can still talk to me. You can still ask me questions in the chat, and I'll be able to see you. Now, we're going to go ahead and move on to the next problem, guys. The next problem is very similar to this first one we just did, where they want you to write it in expanded form. By the way, let me just say this, guys. When you are typing in the multiplication symbol, use the one that is on the tools palette. If you use the one on the keyboard, the computer will mark it wrong, so be careful with that, okay? All right, so now the next one, I'm going to number 3. And in number 3, they give you the expanded form 4 times 10 to the third plus 0 times 10 to the second plus 0 times 10 to the first, and then plus 8 times 1. Okay. Now, guys, all these 0 times something, you don't need them. That's just 0. This one is also 0. So you just grab your calculator, put this into the calculator. You don't need the parentheses. So on your calculator, you would simply type 4 times 10 raised to the third power plus 8, and that will give you your answer. Okay? Just type this into your calculator, guys. This is a calculator question. So they give you the expanded form, and you have to condense it to a Hindu Arabic number. And so just type it into your calculator, let the calculator do it for you. This is very straightforward, okay? So this one will turn out to be 4,008. And that's it. Guys, remember when
I wanted to write it just like you had it. Like, okay, the plus, because I want to, know it for my,
Okay.
Valerie,
I get you.
When you put plus, like when you put plus in the parentheses 0, is that supposed to be like a 0 plus? 0 to the second power?
0 times 10 to the second. It's multiplication. Over here, there's a multiplication symbol in it. That's supposed to be multiplication, okay?
Oh, that's times. Okay, so it's 0 times 10 to the second power, right?
All right, so Melanie, when you're doing this problem right here, what you have to realize is for the second set of parentheses, you got 0 times 10 to the second. 0 multiplied by anything is just 0, so we get rid of it. Same thing with the third set of parentheses. 0 times anything is just 0, so we get rid of it. So what we're left with is the 4 times 10 to the third, and then plus the 8 times 1. So this is a calculator problem. So on your calculator, Melanie, you just type in 4 times 10 to the third plus 8, and let the calculator do it for you. So the answer turns out to be 4,008.
Right now, we're literally
any questions? All right, guys. If you have a television in the background, guys, or any kind of noises in the background, can you turn off your mic and use it when you need to speak to me, please? Thank you. All right, so now I'm going to move on to the next one, guys. Here comes the next one. These are the questions that so many of you had. Number 5, we have to convert 24 base 8 to base 10. Base 8 to base 10. Now, what you do is you want to count out the place values, okay? The 4 is in the 8 to the 0 place value. The 2 is in the 8 to the first place power. So if you want to, okay, I'm going to write this one out for you. 4 represents 8 to the 0. That's its place value. 8 to the 0 is equal to 1. 2 represents 8 to the first power, which is actually 8. Now, this is very similar to writing these numbers in expanded form, and then you plug it into your calculator. So if you were going to plug this in the calculator, you would write this as 2 times 8 plus 4 times 1, and you let the calculator do it for you guys. Let the calculator do it, okay? It's 2 times 8 plus 4 times 1, and you let the calculator do it. All right, so this one is going to come out to be 20. And that's it. Okay, now we started talking about this last Tuesday. So if you weren't here last Tuesday, guys, it's going to take about 3 examples for you to get it. So here comes the next one. All right, I'm going to move on to the next page. It is 3, 4, no, that's a 2. Hold on a second. It is 3, 2, 4, 3, base 6. And this one is problem number 6 from the same quiz. So you want to start off by counting out the place values. The 3 here represents 6 to the 0. The 4 represents 6 to the first power. The 2 represents 6 to the second power. The 3 represents 6 to the third power. Now I'm going to write this out for you so you guys can actually see it. So this is 6 to the 0, which is 1. This represents 6 to the first power, which is 6. The 2 represents 6 to the second, which is 36. And so the 3 represents 6 to the third power, which is 216. Now what you do is you take each place value and multiply each digit and multiply it by its place value. So we're going to take the 3, multiply it by 6 to the third, which is the same thing as 216. Take the 2, multiply it by 6 to the second, plus you take the 4, multiply it by 6, and then last but not least, you take the 3 and multiply it by 1. So guys, this is very similar to what we were doing with the expanded form. Okay, so you would go ahead and type this into your calculator and let the calculator do it for you. So just type all of it into the calculator, see what you come up with. Let me see, that's 648 plus 718 plus 24 plus 3. I don't have a calculator.
747.
You might have to help me out here. Okay.
747.
Huh?
747. No.
700 and what?
47.
Okay, 747. That sounds about right. Okay. So this number 3243 base 6 is actually 746 in base 10. 747 in base 10. Okay, and obviously, guys, all these questions will appear on your test. Any questions?
Go down.
All right, here's the next one, number 7. It is 110 base 2. Now we have a number in base 2. We have to convert it to a base 10 number. Again, very similar to the previous problem, count out the place values, guys. So for the place values, we have 2 to the 0, 2 to the first, 2 to the second, 2 to the third. So when you write this one out, you're going to write it out as 1 times 2 to the third plus 1 times 2 to the second plus 1 times 2 plus, you could put the 0 there, but you really don't have to. So essentially, when you type this into your calculator, guys, you're basically doing 2 to the third plus 2 to the second plus 2, and that will give you your answer. 8 plus 4 is 12, 12 plus 2 gives you 14. Let the calculator do it for you. So when you're going from the other bases to base 10, other bases to base 10, so you're going from a small base to a large base. You want to go ahead and multiply. Now, if you were going from base 10 to a smaller base, then you would divide. So if you're going from a large base to a small base, you want to go ahead and divide. Okay. Now, Valerie has a question. Go ahead, Valerie. What's your question?
No, I found it. It was.
You got it? Okay.
Yeah, I was trying to figure out.
All right, excellent. Okay, guys. So here comes the next one.
Valerie,
Now,
you better tighten up.
Go ahead, Cole. I didn't quite hear you, Carl.
I told Valerie to tighten up.
Yes, type it up, Valerie. No, tighten up. Is that what you said?
Tighten up.
Yeah,
Tighten up. Okay.
I heard him.
All right, guys. Here comes the next one. Okay. So now we're doing this in reverse. They want us to do this.
No, I was writing that.
Oh, Shazam. Okay, I wonder if I can recall it. Can I recall it?
No.
I don't think I can.
Why? I don't hurt too.
You know what? Listen, I am going to save them from now on. Let me see. Ooh, let me see, guys. Hold on a second. Let's see. Oh, Shazam. There we go.
Oh, good.
I love technology. I love technology.
All right.
All right. That
And
is,
remember, you'll see it in recording too, Valerie.
yes, absolutely. That's the recording too. So basically, I undid what I did, guys. All right, so you guys are ready?
Yes.
Valerie, you good? I think she's still writing.
I was writing the other bases. So
Okay.
Yeah.
Jeez.
All right. So let me go ahead and move on to this
Yeah,
next
you can
one.
go ahead.
All right.
Yeah, because my blood
Remember,
pressure is going up.
the pressure.
My blood pressure is rising.
Okay, now, Carl, calm down, okay? Listen, people with high blood pressure, diabetes, any type of underlying condition, they are susceptible
Yeah, I know.
to coronavirus, okay? Be careful, Carl.
Yes, I know.
Okay. All right. Let me see here. Yeah, guys, it's always a good idea to take care of one's health, especially as you get older. And so that was one of the things they were talking about on the news, that most of these individuals who are catching the coronavirus is because they had an underlying condition, some kind of pre-existing condition. All right. So let's see here. We are mentally, this one says, mentally converting 11 to base 7. Now, guys, to convert this mentally, it is very easy. All you're doing is this, okay? You ask the question. 7 goes into 11. Let me write down the base 2, base 7. 7 goes into 11. It's a little bit of division. That's all it is. 7 goes into 11 how many times?
Once.
Once. With what left over?
4.
4. So there's your answer. Okay, so let me do that one more time. So this is mental math. All we're doing is division, guys. Remember, when you're going from a large base to a small base, you're using division. You're going to divide. So all I did was to take the base 7, divide into 11. 7 goes into 11 once. If you take 11, you minus 7 from it. That leaves you with 4. So the remainder is the 4 we have here. So we need a 7 and a 4 to create the number 11, because 7 plus 4 is 11. Okay, how you guys doing?
Good. I think that answered one of my questions from the homework.
Okay, very good, very good. All right, now guys, remember, if you have questions, ask me questions. I like questions. Okay, so here comes the next one. And this one right here, we're going to do 38 to base 6. Now guys, quick question. Can we just do 6 goes into 38 how many times?
6.
I don't think that'll work.
No,
No.
you can't do it on that one, okay?
Oh,
Now,
okay.
for this one, when you convert it, you actually have to write the place values. So the place values would be 6 to the 0, which is 1. 6 to the first power, which is 6. And then 6 to the second is 36. So we're going to use the numbers 36, 6, and 1 to create the number 38. So to create the number 38, we start off with the largest digit, which is the 36. We know we're going to need a 36. So if you have 38, you subtract 36 from it, that leaves you with 2. So to create the number 38, we need 136. We do not need a 6, but we need 2 ones. And that will create the number 38 in base 6.
Okay, so it's 1026.
Yes,
102.
102 base 6. By the way, guys, the 6 is a subscript. It is lower than the numbers, okay?
Well, that doesn't make any sense at all.
That didn't make any sense at all. Okay.
No,
So
no.
let's try it a different way. Let's do the division, okay? So when you write out the place values, we ended up with 3 place values. That is 1, 2, 3. You have to use up all the digits. So in order to create the number 38, you want to start with the largest digit. You're going to take the 38, divide, no, I'm sorry, I'm doing it the wrong way. We're going to take the 36, the largest digit, and divide it into 38. 36 goes into 38 once. 1 times 36 is 36. We subtract. That leaves us with 2. Now, this means that we need 136. We go down to the next digit. We try to divide 6 into 2. We cannot divide 6 into 2, so this would be 0. 6 cannot go into 2. Then we go down to the last digit, 1. 1 goes into 2, how many times? 2 times. So, guys, here's your answer. 1, 0, and then 2. Now, I'm going to show you one more way to do this. I'm going to wait for you guys to finish up. Hold on a second, guys. I am going to put my dog out in the backyard because he's bogging me right now to let him out the house. I don't know why he wants to go outside, but he wants to go outside.
My little stinker needs to go out too.
Do you trust your stinker in the backyard?
I got a chain that I'm gonna put her on.
Oh no! Oh my
Yeah.
goodness.
She's not used to it. She doesn't like it.
Ah, okay. All right. So let me go put my guy outside here. Come on, Mo. Over here. I thought you wanted to go outside. Okay. And I'm back. Any questions, guys? Anything?
That
All right. Okay. So here's another way you can do this, guys. Okay. Let me erase that. Okay. So try and follow along, everybody. So I am going to take the 6, divide it into 38. Now, 6 goes into 38 how many times?
what? Oh,
6 times, remainder 2. Are you guys with me?
yeah.
Yes?
Yes.
Okay. Now, we're going to do it again. 6 goes into 6 how many times? 1 with a remainder of,
What is that? 6R what?
remainder 2. That's a 2 call.
Oh,
My
okay.
iPad is a little scratched up.
Okay.
Okay. So pretty much your answer is going to be, let me use a different color here. Your answer, and guys, you can do this for any one.
But what are we doing 36 though? Oh, we're doing
Where did I
38.
get 36 from?
Okay, I seen it. No, I was looking at the first problem. Okay, never mind.
So guys, there's your answer in base 6. What do you think? You just keep dividing the base until you're done.
Hmm.
I don't like it.
You don't
Yeah,
like this one?
Yeah,
I don't like it either.
this one is confusing.
Yeah,
Oh my gosh,
because
give it a
You always
chance.
choose like
you
the
went from the
crap
2
stuff.
up top to the 1 down bottom to the 0, and then you ended up with 1, 0, 2, and the 2 is on top of the 1 and the 0.
Yeah. Yeah.
Okay.
I'm gonna mess around and put 2, 2, 1, 0.
Okay, Carl, I'm gonna do it for you one more time, okay?
I'll do another number.
Yes, I am. So number 10, we're converting 98 to base 5. Okay. Now, guys, I'm missing some people from class tonight. So if you know anybody else who should be in this class and they're not attending this session, although I did send out a reminder, could you text them maybe? Okay. So we're going in base 5. So we take 5 and we're going to divide it into 98. 5 goes into 98 one times with a 4 left over. Here, let me write it down for you guys. 5 goes into 98, 1. 1 times 5 is 5. You subtract the 5, that leaves you with 4. Bring down the 48. Now, 5 goes into 48 how many times? 9 times with a remainder of 3. Okay, so that's the first one, guys. So 5 goes into 98, 19 times with a remainder of 3. You can even plug it into your calculator. 98 divided by 5. It'll give you 19.6. So 19 is the whole number. 3 is the remainder, which represents the 0.6. All right, guys. So we're going to do it again. I'm going to use a different color so you guys can see it. So I'm going to take 5 now, and I'm going to divide it into 19. 5 goes into 19 how many times? 3 times with a remainder of 4. Okay, since 3 is less than 5, we're done. So the answer for this one is going to be 3, 4, 3. Notice this is all about the remainders, guys. 3, 4, 3, and base 5. That's the answer.
That's a hot mess.
Really?
Yeah.
You think so?
Yeah, no, yeah, this is.
I got lost. You lost me.
This is
What
crazy.
did I lose you, Paul?
This is
When you got to the 19 and all, where did you get to 19 from?
Okay, on your calculator call, if you do 98 divided by 5, that's going to
Yeah.
give you 19 point something.
Okay, I'll do it on my calculator.
98 divided by 5,
All right, it's
that gives you 19.6, right?
19.6.
Right, that's the 19, the whole number. The 0.6 is the 3 that's left over.
why? Why is there a 3?
Okay, good question, Doran.
3.
All right,
Thank you. That's my question.
okay, 19 times 5, Doran, is 95. If you take 19, you multiply it by 5, that gives you 95. So you had 98, you subtract 95 from it, and that leaves you with 3.
I know that part. That's just mathematics. But where does
Yes.
the 6 come in?
Where does what come in?
The 6.
The 6? There's no 6 in there.
All right, if I divide 98 by 5, I get 19.6. So
Oh, Shazam. Okay, guys. Okay, I got it.
what
Now. I
happens to
got
the
it.
6?
Okay. I see the confusion. Okay. All right. So that 0.6 that's left over, when you read that as a fraction, it's read as 6/10. 6/10. Okay. And so 6/10 is a fraction that can be reduced to 3/5. So 3 out of the 5 is left over. Does that make sense? There's your 3 right there, guys. No?
Oh, gosh.
How am I supposed to remember all that?
Okay, so quick question for you guys. All right, one more. I'm gonna try a one more because I don't like giving up like that, especially when I think this is actually a decent way to do these problems. Okay, on the side over here, right here, guys, when I was doing the
Let me
answer.
ask you this real quick.
Uh-huh.
The way you were doing it with the base, we can't do it that way?
Yes, you can. This is just another way, okay? Absolutely.
Well, I don't like
Well, this
that.
way doesn't
Let's
work,
stick
so
to the
let's go
other
to
way.
another way.
Do it the other way and see if I can follow
Yeah,
that.
let's see what we got. Come
Okay,
on.
okay. I give up. I give up. Vladimir, do you understand this one? I bet you Vladimir got it. Oh, Vladimir's nah. Okay.
Thank you, Vladimir.
Okay, guys. So I'm
Hey,
gonna
where's the thumbs down reaction? I need a thumbs down.
Oh, I'm glad you brought that up. This is a positive space, okay? Positive, okay?
But this is
So
a thumbs down moment.
No, you can do this. Oh, you can do this.
I give you a thumbs up for the thumbs down.
Oh,
Okay, here you go.
oh my gosh. Anyways, guys. Okay. So I'm gonna do it again. So we're gonna do 98 to base 5. And so this is the way we've been doing it. We write out the place values. 5 to the 0 is 1. 5 to the first is 5. 5 to the second is 25. Now, you keep doing this until you get to a number that is very close to the one you're trying to convert without going over it. So obviously 125 would be too large. So we're gonna stop right there. So guys, we have 1, 2, 3 digits used to convert the 98 to base 5. And we have to use all 3 of those digits. So we're gonna take the 25 and we're gonna divide it. Start with the largest number. Divide it into 98. 25 goes into 98 3 times. 3 times 25 is 75. We subtract. So 98 minus 75 leaves us with 23. Okay? So we're going to go down to
23, the remainder of 23 is the key part of this answer.
Yes.
Okay.
Okay? So now we're going to take this remainder, go down to the next digit, 5, and divide it into the 23. Now 5 goes into 23 how many times? 4 times. 4 times 5 is 20. We subtract, and that leaves us with 3. We can stop right there, guys. Here's
This is
our
much better.
3,
So 3, 4, 3.
4,
3.
3 is the answer.
Yeah, this is much better. I like that.
You guys
So that's
realize
3,
you got
4,
the
3
same answer
base-
using the other
base
technique
5.
too.
All right. Yeah, that's better.
Okay, so let me tell you guys a little secret, okay? For some of our international students, they're used to doing division like this, where you do 5 goes into 98, 19 with a remainder of 3, and then 5. They're used to doing it this way. So they would actually understand this much better than this option right there. I think you guys are so used to seeing long division. You're comfortable with it. That's why it makes more sense. But guys,
Well, first of all, that upside down division sign is what's confusing me. I didn't know what that was all about.
upside down division sign.
Well, it is
Oh, you
upside
guys are
down
funny.
division. I agree,
All
I'm
right,
comfortable with my fingers.
with your fingers, okay. Now, my question to you is, are you comfortable with this one right here?
Yeah.
Okay, so now your turn to try one, okay? You're gonna convert 120, let me use a different color here, 120 to base 4, 120 to base 4. And no, you do not take 4 divided into 120 and get 30, okay? No, it doesn't work like that.
Okay.
Okay. Hi, Caitlin. Hi, Caitlin. Did you make it in? I know I saw you in here somewhere. Oh. Okay, I lost Caitlin.
So
Okay, how you guys doing?
Terrible.
Not ready yet.
So it's gonna be 98, okay, divided by the 64. 56.
All right, guys. So 4 to the 0 is 1. 4 to the first is 4. 4 to the second is 16. 4 to the third is 64. You want to go up to 64. So you're going to use 4 digits in order to create the number 120.
Okay.
So if
to
I get
create the number
3.5,
120,
I
you're
just,
going to need 164. So if you got 120, you subtract 64 from it. All right, that's gonna leave you with, let me see here.
56.
56 or 52? 52 or 56?
56.
56. Okay, so we need 164. And guys, you can do
Right.
the long division. I'm not doing the long division because I'm out of.
All right, so you divide the 56 by the 4 to the second, which is 16.
Right. So
But
now,
you get 3.5. So what do you do with the 0.5?
okay, so I'm gonna do it the long way for you. 16 goes into 56. 3 times 16 is 48. And if you subtract 48 from 56, that leaves you with 8. So that decimal that you have represents an actual number.
Oh, I did just the whole thing, 16 divided by 56 with the calculator. It gave me
Right.
3.5.
So you just want the whole, okay. So you just want the
All right.
whole number part, Carl.
Okay, all right, I got you.
All right. So that would represent the 3. Now, the next thing you would do, Carl, is to do 56 minus 3 times 16.
Huh?
56.
What happens to the 8?
Huh?
Jeez.
What happens to the 8?
That's how you get the 8. You were talking about doing it on your calculator.
Okay, so when you divided the 16 and the 56, you did 3 times. You got 48, 56, and then you got the 8. So,
Yes.
so far we have 1, 3 with an 8 remaining.
Right. So now
Okay,
you
so-
go down to the next digit.
Okay, so we go to 4 to the first power.
Right.
All
How
right,
many 4s do you need to create the number 8?
2.
Yeah.
So it's 1, 3, 2.
Wait a minute. There's one more digit. You have to fill in something in there.
1382.
You have to fill in a 0. You got to use up all the digits.
Oh, so it's 1, 3, 2, 0.
Yes. So that's your answer. 1, 3, 2, 0, base 4.
Okay, so that's the 4 to the 0 base. That's where that 0 comes from.
Mm-hmm. Okay, so let me point out a few things, guys.
Hold on. If you're saying anything raised to the 0 power is 1, how does that 1 become a 0?
No, it means that you need 0 ones. In order to create the number 120, we're creating the number 120. We need a 64. Yes. We need 3 16s. 3 16s is 48. And then we need a 4. When you add all this up, it gives you 120. So since you're already at 120, you don't need a 1. You need 0 ones.
So you have to put that 0 in there though.
Yes. And okay, that is one of the points I needed to make. So when you're writing these numbers, you have to make sure you use all the place values. So we got 4 place values. You got to use all 4. You have to have a digit in there for each one.
Okay.
Furthermore, if you notice the answers, guys, the digits in the answer, 1, 3, 2, 0, all of them, they're less than the base. So you cannot have a digit in the answer that is equal to or greater than the base. All the digits must be less than the base. You might want to write this down somewhere. All the digits must be less than the base. Okay? How you guys doing?
Mm.
I'm doing all right.
Okay, all right. So let me move on to the next one. So I'm guessing you guys like it better this way.
I
Don't like it at all.
Don't like it at all. Okay. Well, let me put you at ease a little bit.
okay.
Just
Well,
know
guess
that
what?
you only need
I can use
this
some
for
ease.
this
Thumbs
class.
up.
After this, you're probably not going to use it again, unless you're talking about converting time. What's in and I'm talking about in base 60 as well as in military time, where you use 1200 hour or 2400 hours. Okay, but for the most part, this is about having the exposure to these different bases. This is not about retention or I'm going to use this again. Most people will never use it again. And for those of
So
you,
seeing that we're never going to use it again, but we're participating, then we should just get an A because at least we participated.
That's all right, buddy. I was exposed to snow once. I never want to see it again.
oh my
30
God.
base to 2.
Okay. You guys are taking too many liberties with this topic, okay? Come on now.
30 base.
All right, guys.
Okay,
We're
all
gonna
right.
go
So
to
we're
the
going to
next one.
go 2 to the 0.
30 base, we're changing this to base 2. Yes, 2 to the 0, 1, 2 to the first, 2, to the second, 4, 2 to the third, 8, 2 to the fourth is 16. Now, if we were to go to 2 to the fifth, that would give us 32. So guys, this one has a total of 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 digits. So you're going to have to use all 5 digits. The answer must have 5 digits. And since we're talking about base 2, and base 2, there's only 2 digits we can use, 0 and 1. So the answer is going to be made up of a series of zeros and ones. So to create the number 30, we're going to need 1/16. So if you have 30, you subtract 16 from it. That leaves you with 14. So you go down to the next digit. We're going to need an 8. So if you have 14, you subtract 8 from it. That leaves you with 6. Go down to the next digit. You're going to need 1 4. So if you have 6, you subtract 4 from it. That leaves you with 2. So we're going to need 1 2. But we don't need a 1, so we're going to fill in a 0 in there. And so there's
So
our
it's going to be 1 1 1 1 0.
base 2. Yep.
Base 2.
Mm-hmm.
I like that one.
Oh, good. How come you, what, Carl? That's the exact same thing we've been doing.
No, it's not.
No, you tried the
No,
upside
the
down
others are
division and you
different.
confused us. You confused us
What?
with the
Oh
upside
my
down division. Yeah, that's what happened.
Oh
I can handle that.
my gosh.
I was actually doing it myself while you were doing it.
Some
I
of the
was able
numbers
to
are
complete it.
easier than some.
Yes, absolutely. Okay.
Yeah,
so
I
then-
know. And that's the tough part. You on the test, you didn't tell us everything on that test. You went over the test, but you didn't tell us about the adjustable and all that stuff in question number 1. You didn't go over that.
did. Now,
No, you didn't.
hold on, Carl. I've got a video. Shazam.
Shazam. And I looked at the video and I was like, she didn't give us a problem like this.
About the
That's
adjusted
the
gross
only one I
income?
got wrong.
The adjusted gross income?
Yes.
Yeah,
Go
we-
back to my test. The only one I got wrong.
About that, Carl.
We went
you
over
didn't go
everything.
over it with me.
Yeah, we went over everything. I got something wrong too, but we went over everything.
Oh, thank you for saying that. You hear that, Carl? We went over everything, Carl.
This is a thumbs down, but it's a thumbs up. And I will be seeing you, young lady. So
Okay,
watch yourself.
Carl. You know where to find me.
Absolutely.
Oh my gosh. Okay. The other thing you can do, Carl, is if it's a free response question, you can send me your notes and I'll go ahead and see if I can give you some partial credit for it. The only time I can't give you partial credit is if it's multiple choice.
Yeah, Okay.
How do we find out which
I'll
ones
talk
we
to you
missed?
about it.
Okay.
Excuse
Yeah.
me. How do we find out which ones we missed?
Oh, you can just send me a
Go
quick
over the
email and I'll
review.
tell you which ones you missed. I think
Yeah,
somebody did that. I don't remember who it was, but somebody sent me.
I looked and they wouldn't tell me. So
Okay, I can check.
I missed one, like Monique, and so.
All right, if you wait after we're done with our session, I can check for you, Doran.
Thank you.
All right, guys. So are you guys trying this one, 218 to base 3?
I could try it.
Yeah, do give it a try.
But see, you do numbers faster than us, so you make it hard.
All right. So what happens here?
9, 3 to the third. 7, 4.
This one.
81. 3 to the fifth.
All right, I'm going to start going over it, guys. So this one right here is going to be 3 to the 0, which is 3. I mean 1, Shazam. 3 to the first is 3. 3 to the second is 9. 3 to the third is 81. Should I go to the next one?
No, it's too much.
No, that's too much. Yeah. Okay, so we're going to stop here. And then we're going to start dividing 81 into 218. How many?
Well, I got 3 to the third, 27.
Oh, Shazam.
And then
Yep.
I got 3 to the 4, 81.
81, yeah,
You're right.
that's right.
Yeah, I know. That's what I got too. You confusing us again.
No, it's still 81. I just forgot to do the 27.
27. Yeah.
Yeah.
27.
All right, so we're dividing now. So 81 divided into 218, 2 times. 2 times 81 is 162, guys. So if you take the 218, you subtract 162, what does that leave you with?
56.
56?
56. Yeah.
1,
Is that right?
Yep.
2,
Yes.
Okay. So now we're going to go to the 27. 27 goes into 56.
2.
1 times 27 is 27. We're
2
going to,
times.
huh?
27 doesn't go into 56 twice.
Yeah, twice.
Yeah, you're
It's
right.
54.
Oh, I made an error. That is a bona fide error right there.
That's a 2 too, right?
Yes,
Okay.
that's a 2. Okay, so that leaves you with 2. Now,
So the 3 to the second, we can't use it.
right, so what do you fill it in with, Carl?
A 0.
0. And what about the 3?
Another 0.
That's another 0. And then,
We have the 2 left.
yeah,
We can divide that by the 1, right?
yeah.
Which is 2.
Mm-hmm. So the
So
answer
it's
would be
22002.
Uh-huh.
I actually did it.
Very good.
Yeah, I got
I thought I was wrong.
I
No.
got closer.
That last number is what's confusing to me because I didn't know whether I should divide the 1 into 2 or not.
You
Because
can,
it's-
but here's how to avoid the confusion, Carl. Once you get to that last number, okay, if it is less than, okay, it depends on the situation. In this case right here, because you still have 3 more digits to go, you have the 9 to go, the 3 to go, the 1 to go. Since the 2 is
Yes.
less than 9, fill in 0. The 2 is also less than 3, fill in a 0. And then that 2 just ends up being the last number in the sequence.
And don't even worry about the 3
Don't
to
worry
the
about dividing
0
it,
power. All right.
okay?
Okay.
All right, guys. Let's do a couple more and we'll be done with this quiz, okay? So here's the next one. It is 73 to base 2. 73 to base 2. I think this one is number 50.
What's that?
Okay, 73 to base 2, and then 163 to, let's see what the base is on this one. 163 to base 5. Okay, so you guys give these a try. And guys, this is probably a very easy chapter when you're taking the test. By the way, did you guys find it easier to do the test in the comfort of your home?
Yeah,
Yes.
absolutely.
I mean, it was easier to use our notes.
Yeah.
You're not supposed to say that.
No, you're not supposed to, but I think it's obvious.
He
We don't
said-
have to
he
say
said
it.
it last week.
It's all.
He said
It's
it last
obvious.
week
He said it,
anyway,
but
so.
the rest of us, we didn't. I mean, you know.
It's nice to have that comfort, but when you have to do something and your time, you're more nervous.
Yes.
So, yeah,
Yeah, you're rushing your answers.
because you're trying to rush to see if the time is gonna run
Right.
out of you, so.
Right. Okay, Doran, I went in to check your problem that you got wrong on the test. It's the one about the jeans.
The gene. What was on sale?
Yeah, you had to find the sale price. You chose the discount instead.
Oh,
Yeah.
man. Okay. All right. All right. Well, I don't shop much.
I'm guessing you have a personal shopper.
My daughter, I guess.
There you go.
I get whatever money's left.
I hear you.
1 0 0 1 0 0
How come your mic is so good? You can't even hear me.
Okay, how you guys doing? What'd you guys
I
get?
got
for
the
number
first
16?
one. I got 1 0 0 1 0 0 1 base 2.
Like that?
Yes.
Okay. So let's go ahead and go over it. And let's see if everybody else got the same answer. Okay, so it's 2 to the 0. That's 1. 2 to the first is 2. 2 to the second is 4. 2 to the third is 8. 2 to the fourth is 16. 2 to the fifth, okay, is 32. And we got one more. 2 to the sixth is 64. So guys, to create the number 73, we need 164. So if we got 73, we subtract 64. That's going to leave us with 9. Obviously, 32 is greater than 9, so we can't use the 32. Fill in a 0. 16 is also greater than 9. We can't use it, so fill in a 0. Next, you're going to need 1/8. If you subtract 8 from 9, that leaves you with 1. Obviously, 4 is greater than 1. Fill in a 0. 2 is greater than 1. Fill in a 0. And then the 1 goes at the end. So yes, there's your answer.
Oh. Wow. Okay.
How you guys doing?
I think I got the next one. I don't know.
Okay, because I am getting ready to move on to the next part of this. And that would be the operations and other bases, as in addition, subtraction, multiplication, division.
So is the answer to 163 base 5 1123?
1, 1, 2, 3 base 5?
Yes.
Think.
And that sounds about right. Carl, I think you got this.
I think I do too until the session is over, and then I'll forget everything.
That's why you have your notes, man.
Yeah, you should see my notes.
All right. So we go up to 5 to the third. And so we're going to take the 163, subtract the 125. All right. So that's going to leave us with 38. So you need 125. Then you move on to 25. You're going to need 1 of the 25. So when you subtract that, that leaves you with 13. You're going to need 2 5s. 2 5s represent 10. 13 minus 10 is 3.
You're off the page.
All right, guys. We're good?
We're good for now.
All right. So those of you with kids at home and you have to do all this online teaching and learning, how you guys doing with that?
It's a hassle. I'm going crazy.
You on?
Don't make me call DCF, Valerie.
I know. I have to help my kids with homework all
With their
day,
homework.
online. It's very stressful.
I'm sure. What were you saying, Monique? I didn't quite hear you.
No, I was just reiterating what Valerie was saying.
Okay.
Yeah, I don't have any kids at home, so thankfully. But I still have to work. So between work and
Okay, I got you.
You ain't letting nobody in the building. You ain't letting nobody in the building.
No, it's more stressful in the drive-through though. Yeah, it's a lot of stress.
Okay. Yeah, observe that social distance, guys.
For sure.
All right, lesson 4.3, everybody. This is where we're doing operations. And what I mean by that is the addition, subtraction, multiplication, division, and other bases. All right, we're gonna start off with addition. Now guys, for addition, you work it out just like you did in grade school. So just to remind you what you did in grade school, okay? I am not insulting anybody's intelligence. I just wanna bring you back to grade school for a little bit, where we're going to add a couple of numbers, okay?
Listen, I can't remember grade school.
IQ has lowered by 5 points.
All right, guys. So right here, when you're adding numbers and other base, when you're adding in grade school, basic addition, you add 8 plus 9. You got what? 17, right?
Mm-hmm.
What did you do with the 17?
Put the 7 down, carry the 1 up.
Right. Drop the 17, carry the 1. Okay. Now, notice this number 7 is less than 10. So we don't write 17 there. We drop the 7, carry the 1. So you're doing the same thing with addition and other bases. Now, the only catch is you have to convert, and this is critical, convert as you add. Convert as you add. And I'm going to show you what I mean by this. So what I'm going to do, guys, is go into the assignments and grab the next quiz, quiz number 11, and then take some problems directly from quiz number 11 so I can go ahead and demo some of these problems for you. Now, when we do this, keep in mind you're going to see this on the test, all right? So as we do it, make sure you ask your question and a little question. Some of this will be very easy. Some of it might be a little confusing to you. So let me go ahead and find 1 or 2 to get started with the addition. And guys, right now I am in quiz number 11. Where are the problems? Okay, this is number 9. I am adding 1, 1, base 4 with 3, 3, base 4. Notice that both of these numbers are in base 4. So when we write the answer, guys, all the digits in the answer must be less
than
the
4.
base. So you can have a 0, 1, 2, 3, and that's it. Okay, so let's add. Now we're gonna do 1 plus 3. 1 plus 3 gives us 4. Since 4 is equal to the base, we have to convert it. We're gonna do a mental conversion. So the base is 4. So do the division, guys. 4 goes into 4 how many times?
1.
Once, with what left over?
Nothing. 0.
Nothing.
0. So 4 and base 4 is actually a 2-digit number. So you're gonna drop the 0, carry the 1, just like we did back in grade school. And then we do
What
it
the
again.
heck? Whoa, what?
What? Let me finish up, Colin. Let me finish up. Okay, so now I'm gonna add 1 plus 1 plus 3, and that's gonna give me 5. 5 is greater than the base, so I'm gonna convert that. 4 goes into 5 how many times? Once, with what left over? 1. And so we're just gonna carry down both of the digits. So here's the answer. 1, 1, 0.
Oh boy.
Okay, so it's just adding a limit. So once you reach 4, you then just go back to 0.
Yes. Mm-hmm.
It's like dollars.
Yep. All right, Carl, what's your question?
I don't even know what to ask.
That's okay, Carl.
How did you go from 4 going to 4 one time and then you got a 0 and you put the 0 under the 1 and the 3?
Yeah, that is very similar to what we did up here, okay, when we're in grade school, right there, okay?
And we're talking about grade school again.
Yeah, 9 plus 8 is 17. You drop the 7, carry the 1. Well,
Right.
when you convert 4, 4 becomes 1, 0. You got a 2-digit number, so you drop the 0, carry the 1, just like grade school.
Oh, so that's where you got the 5 from.
Right.
Yeah, I act like I understand, but I don't.
You don't get it?
I'm following you, but maybe if we do another one, I might.
Oh, absolutely. Absolutely.
I've got a question.
Yes, go ahead.
When you're adding these two, both these numbers were in base 4.
Right.
Could you add base 4 and a base 5? Is that possible, or would those two not mix?
Can you add base 4 and base 5 together?
Yeah, 11 base 4, 33 base 5.
No.
Okay.
Normally.
That's all I needed to know.
Okay. Okay. So here's one thing they could ask you to do. They could ask you to add 2 numbers in 2 different bases, but then they want the answer in base 10. Okay. You have to have a base that they have in common, but you can't add a base 4 and a base 5 together. What would the answer have to be? Base 4 or is it base 5?
Right.
See the
Right.
confusion there? Okay.
That sounds like a multiplying one where you have to multiply the base.
Even the
be
multiplication ones, you cannot multiply 2 numbers in 2 different bases. What is the answer going to be in? What base is it going to be
All right. Understand.
in? Okay.
Thank
All right,
you.
guys. So here's the next one. I'm going to make this one up for you guys. It's 3. I was going for 2. 3, 2, base 5. I am going to add it to 2, 3, base 5. So now I'm in base 5. So I'm adding all the digits in the answer must be less than 5. So 2 plus 3 gives me 5. 5 is obviously equal to 5, so I can't use it. So I'm going to convert it. So here's how I convert it, guys. I take the base, which is 5, and I divide it. 5 goes into 5 how many times? Once, with 0 left over. So we drop the 0, carry the 1. You guys are good?
Yes.
So I'm gonna add again, 1 plus 3 plus 2. That's gonna be 6. I can't use the 6. 5 goes into 6. How many times? Once with 1 left over. So this would be 110 base 5. Wait a minute, I'm getting a similar digit. Okay, that's not good.
Purely accidental.
Yes, it is.
Yeah, but it made it
Can
easy
you
to
show it
understand.
again in the beginning, please? Like just that, the 32.5 and the 23.5.
Okay, now when you say these numbers, you got to say the digits individually. So it's 3, 2, base 5, 2, 3, base 5, okay? If you say 32, you say 23, you're implying base 10, and we're no longer in base 10, all right? So when you're adding here, Valerie, you add the 2 and the 3 together, that gives you 5. Okay, the answer cannot have a digit that is equal to or greater than the base, so you have to convert it. So I go to the side and I do a quick division. The base is 5, so 5 goes into 5 how many times? Once, with 0 left over. So the number 5 and base 5 is actually 1, 0. So I drop the 0 and I carry the 1. And then I do it again. So this time I'm gonna add 1 plus 3 plus 2, which gives me 6. I cannot use the 6, so I convert it. 5 goes into 6, how many times? Once, with 1 left over. And I keep both digits because I'm done with the problem. It'll get easier, guys. It just takes a little bit of time to get used to it. Okay, so let me do one that's a little bit more challenging, okay? So here it is. 3, 4, 3, base 5. And I'm going to do 2, 3, 4. Oh, I should have done a better job. And you know what? Let's just do 2, 4, 4. Okay, there we go.
Oh, come on, man.
What? It doesn't matter. All right, so let's add. So on this one right here, guys, we add 3 plus 4. That's 7. We can't use that 7 because it's greater than the base. 5 goes into 7 once, with 2 left over. All right, so we're gonna drop the 2, carry the 1. Now we add 1 plus 4 plus 4, that's 9. We can't use the 9, so we convert it. 5 goes into 9 once, with 4 left over. So you drop the 4, carry the 1. Now you add again. 1 plus 3.
So we're saying 9 equals 14.
1, 4.
And then we're gonna put the 4 and carry the 1.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, all right. So now we're going 1 plus 3 plus 2.
Right. So that gives us 6. We can't use the 6, so we're gonna convert it. So it's gonna become 1, 1, and you just bring them down. There's your answer. And that's addition, guys.
I kind of understand for now.
Okay.
Yeah, me too. This one I
You
understand.
guys feel like you need another one?
Yes, one more, please.
All right. All right, here comes another one. Let's see, 2, 5, 6, base 7, and then 3, 3, 3, base 7.
So 9 divided by 7 is 1, 2 left over. So 9 equals 1, 2. So carry 1.
All right, guys, here we go. It is 3, 6 plus 3, and 6 plus 3 is 9. We can't use the 9, so we're going to convert it. Now, 7 goes into 9 once with 2 left over.
Oh,
So we drop 2.
Mhm.
2 and carry the 1. We have 9
And the same thing
again.
is going to happen with the second one too, because 1 plus 5 plus 3 is also 9. So drop the 2, carry 1.
So hold up.
Mhm.
Okay, so we're dividing into 9 by base 7 again.
By 7, yeah.
Yes.
Okay, so we're getting 1, 2 again.
Mm-hmm.
All right. So that's 9 equals 1, 2. So we drop the 2, carry the 1 again.
Mm-hmm.
All right. So now it's all right.
6.
So 2 plus 3 equals 6.
All right. So 1 plus 2 plus 3 is 6, guys. And that's it.
Okay, I'm lost on the
Oh,
second
so the
part.
6 is less than
Less than the 7.
base 7.
Right.
So we just keep it.
Right.
So we didn't do 5 plus 3 plus 1.
So
How
what?
did we do the second part? The second part. I know the 6 plus 3, the 9, and then we did like, okay, 9 goes into 12. I mean, one time. I
Right.
understand the first part. The second one, the 5 plus 3. Like, how did we do that one?
Well, it's the same thing, basically. It's 1 plus 5 plus 3. I mean, yeah, 1 plus 5 plus 3 gives you 9 again, and you have to convert the 9.
Divided by 7.
Okay, so that makes it a,
Okay, I think I got it.
Awesome. All right. So now we're going to move on to subtraction.
Can you go back real quick? Let me just finish writing the
Yes,
problem.
Tighten up,
absolutely.
Valerie.
And there we go. We're back.
Oh. All right, thank you. That's it. I'm done.
Your home is your sanctuary.
I love technology. All right, guys. So I am moving along to the subtraction part. Now, for subtraction, what you have to remember is that when you are subtracting a large number from a small number, you can't do that. You actually have to borrow. Do you guys remember borrowing from grade school?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, some of you probably forgot. So let me go ahead and do this, okay? Okay, that's
Yeah.
a 4 somewhere here. And I'm going to subtract 19.
Uh-huh.
All right. So obviously you cannot borrow 9 from 4. So what you do is you cannot subtract 9 from 4.
9
So
from 4.
borrow 1 from 3. So 3 becomes 2.
2.
What does
Bring
the
over
4
the
become, guys?
14.
Very good. How do you get 14?
You borrow 1 from the 2. I mean, from the 3.
You what?
You borrow 1 from the 3. So
Uh-huh.
the 3 reduces to 2, and then that one becomes 14.
How do you get the 14 though?
10 times 4. I mean 10 plus 4
Right.
Right.
So the one that you borrowed
is a 10.
actually
Becomes 10.
equivalent to 10. The one that you borrowed is equivalent to 10. So 10 plus 4 gives you 14. And then you carry on with your subtraction. So guys, when you borrow and the subtraction, I'm trying to write something here. Whenever you borrow, whatever it is that you borrow, it's equivalent to the base. It equals to the base. Equivalent to the base. Okay, it's equal to the base. All right. So I'm going to take it very slowly. You guys will probably like this better than you did the addition because I was just on introduction. So now that you're in it, you should do better with this one. Okay, guys. So here it is. It is 3, 1 base 5. And we're going to subtract 1, 3 base 5. All right, so obviously we cannot subtract 3 from 1. So we're going to borrow a 1 from the 3. So the 3 will become 2. And then what does the 1 become?
11.
Anybody?
11.
6.
10 plus
Yeah.
1.
6 because we're using the base as the
Yeah.
we added it.
Right, right.
It's equal to the base. So that one that you
What?
borrowed is actually equal to 5. And you take the 5 added to 1. That's how you get your 6. So now you carry out your subtraction. So 6 take away 3 gives you 3. 2 take away 1 leaves you with 1. So there's your answer.
And Carl's
I don't
mind has
want
been blown.
that one more time, like the 26, the 31 with the
That
30.
sucks.
It lost me.
Okay. What was your question, Valerie?
The 31 minus the 13. How do we get the 26?
The third one, how do we get this one
No.
right here?
Sorry, my kids. It's 31, 5. I mean base 5 and 13 base 5. How did we get the 26 on top?
Okay.
We
So we
borrowed
cannot subtract 3 from 1. So we borrow 1 from the 3. So the 3 becomes 2. The 1 that we borrowed is equal to the base, and the base is 5. So we take the 5 and add it to the 1 that was already there. So if we do 5 plus 1, that gives us the 6.
Yes, I feel the same way, Valerie.
Okay, guys. I am going to do another one. Remember, it takes at least 2 examples for you to get these. So let me go ahead and try another one with you. All right, so here comes another one. This time I'm going to do 3, 2, and that's going to be in base. Let's use base 4, and we're going to subtract 1, 3, base 4. Okay? So on this one right here, we cannot subtract 3 from 2. So we're going to go ahead and borrow 1 from 3. You looking, Valerie? So we subtract 1 from 3. So 3 becomes 2. Now that 1 that we borrowed becomes 4 because when base 4, we're going to take the 4 and add it to 2. So this will become 6. So now we can subtract. So 6 take away 3 leaves you with 3. 2 take away 1 leaves you with 1. And there you are.
same answer.
I know. I don't know why I keep doing that tonight. All right, guys. We're good?
Sure.
Do you feel like you need another example, or do you want me to go ahead and keep going?
Yes, ma'am. Another example.
Another example. Okay.
No, just give us a test right now. How about that?
No. I'm not ready.
Oh, listen, I'm ready for you, man. The test is available. Come on now, Carl. I told you that. Okay. So here comes the next one, guys. Let's take it up a notch. Let's do 4, 3, 2. And we are going to be in base 6. That's base 6. And then we're going to subtract 2, 3, 4, and base 6. All right, so obviously we cannot subtract 4 from 2, so we're going to borrow 1 from 3. So then that 3 is going to become 2. Now you guys tell me, what does the 2 become?
8.
8. Very good. Because the 1 that you borrowed is actually equal to the base, and the base is 6. You already had a 2 there, so 6 plus 2 gives you 8. Now we can start subtracting. 8 take away 4 leaves you with 4. Now we move on to the next column. So for the next column, we have a 2 and we have a 3. We cannot subtract 3 from 2. So we're going to go over to the 4 and borrow 1 from 4. So the 4 becomes 3. What does the 2 become?
8.
8. So now we can subtract. 8 take away 3 leaves you with 5. And then 3 take away 2 leaves you with 1.
When it rains, it pours.
Happy, happy, joy, joy.
One pandemic was going to Nick Lock. So, Nick, let's talk about
This is easy.
Stop.
Good, Carl. I'm glad you think so, Carl. Yes, thumbs up, Carl. Okay, guys. So that's subtraction. We just did our third example. You guys should be comfortable with it, right?
This one is okay. Yeah.
All right. So here comes the next one, and that is multiplication. And obviously, multiplication is a form of addition. It's repeated addition. So the same rules we use for addition, we're going to apply them to multiplication. The only exception, though, is that sometimes you have to do multiplication with 2-digit numbers. If you're going to multiply with a 2-digit number, you're going to have to stagger the multiplication, okay? And I'll show you guys what I mean in a minute. All right, guys. So multiplication time. We are multiplying this time. Remember, you need to convert as you go along. So on this one right here, very similar to addition, convert as you go along. So we're going to do 4 times 5, which is 20. We got to convert that. Remember, we're in base 6. So to convert 20 to a base 6 number, we do 6 goes into 20. How many times?
3.
3.
With a remainder of 2.
2.
So we drop the 2, carry the 3.
20
then we
equals
do
30. 20
4.
equals 32, and we bring the 2 down and carry the 3.
Right.
Okay. All right.
Okay. So now we multiply 4 times 3, which is 12. 12 plus 2 gives you 14. You can't use the 14. You got to convert the 14 to a base 6 number.
What do you mean 12 plus 2? I thought it was
It's
12
3.
plus 3.
12 plus
Oh,
3.
it is 3. You're right. I don't know where I got the 2 from. Okay, so that's going to be 15, actually. All right, so let's convert that. 6 goes into 15 2 times with 3 left over. So, guys, there's your answer. I bet you felt much better about this one.
Yeah.
That one sucks.
That one's...
Let's do another one.
Okay, Carl.
I kind
Positivity
of got
in here.
lost.
Try this one.
4, 6.
Let me go ahead and grab my dog from outside because the flies are coming in now.
My dog probably gone.
I thought he was on a chain.
Yeah, but she broke it the other day, so she probably broke it again. I
Oh
found
my
her about 6 blocks away, doodling in somebody's yard. And the lady came out. The lady came out and said, "You're not gonna leave that, are you?" I was like, "I don't have anything to pick it up." I don't know what to tell you. 12, 12, 20, 12. 12, 20, 2, 2, 14.
All righty, I'm back. So let's see what kind of progress you guys made. We do 3 times 4, that's 12. Obviously, we cannot use that. 6 goes into 12 2 times with 0 left over. So drop the 0, carry the 2. And then you do 3 times 4 is 12 again. 12 plus 2 gives you 14. So you want to convert that. 6 goes into 14 2 times with 2 left over. So there's your answer.
220.
220. Okay. If you say 220, you're implying base 10.
Hmm.
So when we're on the homework,
Yes.
and we put in the base, is the base going to be automatically on there?
Yes. The base is automatically given.
So when we type in the 220, the base 6 would already, if it's base 6, it would already be base
Absolutely.
6. Okay.
Yeah, so you don't have to worry about typing in the base. They've already taken care of that for you. Now, let me see here, guys. This test is due on the 17th. Okay. That's, I believe, next Friday. When is the 17th again?
Not this week, but next week's Friday.
Not this Friday, but Friday after next. Yeah.
So, which means I am going to see you next Tuesday. So if we want to review before you guys actually take the test, you're welcome to wait until Tuesday to review.
Okay.
And then you can go ahead and take the test. Now, if you feel comfortable with it, it is open. You can do it if you feel comfortable.
What if we do it and don't do well, and then you let us do it again after next week?
I don't think that's an option, sir. Listen. Okay, you guys are already getting away with murder here. You're doing these tests in the comfort of your home, okay?
Listen, you already told us that we'll never see this crap again in our life. So.
That's right. That's right. So use your resources at home. So you do well on the test.
My daughter went to McGill, which is the top university in Canada. And I asked her for some help, and she said, we didn't do any math when I was in college.
Moving right along.
So why is that?
It probably depended on the type of school and the type of degree she pursued.
Yeah, and I'm human services, so why do I need math?
Solely on what she's going to be practicing, then they avoid all these core classes, okay?
Yeah, which I should be doing.
Math is needed in everything, though. I mean, even just basic. It's just that the ones we're doing now, but yeah.
Coming from a banker, okay.
But Carl, seriously, it's more about logical reasoning. What kind of critical thinking skills are you using to come up with these solutions, to come up with these answers? I mean, right now we're doing these numbers and other bases. This is using a different part of your brain that you don't normally access. You really have to think critically in order to come up with these answers.
Yes.
So
and the thing is, we do it every day, Carl. We just don't realize we're working it out this kind of way, but we actually do it. It's just that when you have to do it like this on paper, it's different.
Yeah.
Monitoring my blood pressure and it's going up. So.
Are you serious?
Sorry, but we still have to do division.
Oh, God.
All right, I think maybe it's time for me to let you guys practice a few before I move on to division, because the division might actually send your blood pressure up, guys. Yeah. All right, so do you want to practice a few of the multiplication and addition, subtraction ones?
No, just do the division and go ahead and give me a complete whirling headache.
No, do the multiplication.
This was definitely my lowest test
Give me
score.
another example. Of
No, Valerie, don't think so negatively. Okay, you can do this.
If it makes you feel any better, mine will probably be worse.
Oh my God. Guys, you're going to be just fine. Okay, so here's what I recommend you do. Do the assignments first and then do the test. Additionally, you can wait until next Tuesday so you can ask me any questions you may have encountered while working on the assignments, and then do your tests.
That's a good idea.
Thumbs up.
Radical, dude. All right.
All righty.
So anyways, guys, let me see here. So division. Okay. So let me go ahead and preface the division by saying this, guys. Right now, it's going to be really hard for me to do this on the whiteboard with you. When you see the division problems in the assignment, there will be a chart given to you so you can do the division. However, when you're doing the test, you will not get a chart, okay? So what I want to do is show you how to do division without the chart. Now, why does this quiz only have one division problem in there? Guys, this one has only one division problem. Okay, so let me look.
Can you give us that one?
No, we only get one on the test.
Can you give
I
us
think
what
so.
that
Yeah, you only
problem
get
is
one
going to
on the
be?
test. Can I give you that one?
Yeah, can we do that one?
Yes, absolutely, we are. But I want additional questions to practice with. And this one looks like
Brian, how did you know this was going to be so hard anyway?
What?
What are you talking about? I'm learning this as you're going along as
You
well.
already told me it would. You wait till we get to division. How did you know this?
I didn't say that. I said we still have to go through division.
Oh, okay. Well, I think you got an inside track on us or something.
No, no, you know what it is? We did addition, we did subtraction, we did multiplication. So the next operation logically would be division. All right,
But
guys.
he knew it was going to be difficult.
Okay. Give it a try. Remember, we're
right.
critically thinking through this. All right.
All right.
So guys, we don't have a chart to do this. So here's how we're going to do it. I am going to rewrite this as 314 base 5 divided by 4 base 5. So what I'm going to do is to take this number right here and convert it to base 10. Convert to base 10. So I'm going to take the 314 base 5 and I'm going to convert it to base 10. All right, I'm giving it to you one step at a time. So we're going to convert 314 base 5 to base 10. All right, guys, do you remember how to convert this to base 10? It's a small number going to a large number, so we're going to multiply, right? Okay, some of you are looking a little fuzzy. So let's recap. So the 4 represents 5 to the 0. The 1 represents 5 to the first. And then the 3 represents 5 to the second. So you grab your calculator, you do 3 times 5 to the second plus 1 times 5 plus the 4. And you throw that on your calculator, guys. Put it on your calculator. Let me see, that's 75 plus 5 plus 4. So that's gonna give me 84. Is that what you guys got?
Sure.
I didn't get anything yet.
Okay, give it a try.
5 plus 4.
So
Yes,
I
I
took the
got 84.
314
I
base
got
5
84, yeah. 84.
and I converted it to 84. So this is
Okay.
84 in base 10. Now I'm gonna divide it by 4. So I'm in base 10, guys. Because I'm in base 10, everybody can divide in base 10. 84 divided by 4 is 21.
So how come you don't have to, if you convert the 314 base 5 to base 10, you don't have to convert the 4 base 5 to base 10?
Ooh,
Okay.
that's a really good question. Who's got the answer for that? Anybody?
Because 4 can be going to base 10.
Because
Or-
4 is less than the base.
Then the less than the base, okay.
Yeah, 4
So if
is
it's less than the base,
Yep.
then you don't have to worry. But if it
Right.
was more than the base, then we would have had to convert that as
Right.
well before we did our division.
Right. Okay, guys.
All right.
So now we got 21 and we are in base 10. 21 and base 10. So now we're gonna convert it back to whatever base it was in. In this case, base 5. Whatever base it was in. We're gonna convert it back to base 5. So now we're gonna take 21 and we're going to convert it to base 5. And guys, this is easy enough. 5 goes into 21. How many times? 4 with what left over? 1 base 5. And there was the answer. Okay, so this is a 2-step problem, okay? So we took the original problem. From here, we converted it to base 10, which gave us 84. We did our division in base 10. 84 divided by 4 is 21 when base 10. And then we take that 21, we convert it to base 5, the original base we started with. We convert it back. How do we do it? 5 goes into 21 4 times with 1 left over. And so the answer is 41 and base 5.
Okay.
All right, nobody's saying anything, so I feel like I've truly, truly lost some of you.
And another one.
And another one. Okay, I will definitely do another one. Now, guys, just so you know, the next lesson is pretty easy. So we're practically done with the chapter because this was a short chapter. And so just hang on. Well, yes, Valerie, I see that hand. Okay, you're applauding that. Listen, we have the applause reaction button. You might want to use that. Okay.
No, we have clapping and thumbs up.
Yeah, isn't that the applause?
I didn't know my video was showing. How do you turn it off?
If you look at
It's the
the
camera
time.
button.
The camera.
you-
Okay. Oh, the whole time my video was showing.
Yes, Valerie.
So if I was being mean and I flicked someone out, they would have seen it. Oh, that's bad.
Yes, Valerie.
Oh, don't
All right,
worry. The teachers can put a black bar over you for now.
And that's
Okay.
one of the reasons why I suggest you turn off your camera
All right.
at the beginning.
Okay.
All right, guys. So 133 base 5 divided by 2 base 5. So we're going to go ahead and convert. There you go, Valerie. We're going to convert 133 base 5 to base 10. All right. So on your calculator, this is in base 5. So this represents 5 to the 0, 5 to the first, 5 to the second. So you do 1 times 5 to the second plus 3 times 5 plus 3. Now, you go ahead and put this on your calculator. You get 25 plus 15 plus 3. So that's going to give you 43. Uh-oh. Did you guys hear that reaction?
Yep.
Mm-hmm. Okay, some of you may see what's coming up already. You may have seen it. But some of you may not have seen it yet. I got to show it to you. All right, where's Carl? Carl, are you back? Oh,
Yeah,
Carl is
yeah.
here. Okay, Carl, you
Yeah.
ready for this one?
Yeah, I'm following so far.
Okay.
So we divide the 43 by 2, right?
Yes. And
that
43
give-
divided by 2
It's not
is
an even number. It gives us 21.5.
21 with a remainder
Oh,
of
God.
1.
0.5.
0.5 is 1.
Oh, because the base is 5.
right?
So the so whatever decimal point is then turned into the bit.
No. So 21 times 2 gives you
21.1.
42. And so 43 minus 42 leaves you with 1.
Okay.
All right. Okay, guys. So now we're going to convert 21 to base 5. And we just did it in the previous problem, right? So 5 goes into 21 how many times? 4 times with 1 left over. So your answer would be 4, 1, base 5 with a remainder of 1. This one ends up with a remainder. So that's what I wanted to let you guys know.
Hold up, where did we come up with the 41? How did you come up with the 41?
Okay, Carl. All I did was to take the 21 from here, that's in base 10, and I converted to base 5. 5 goes into 21 4 times with 1 left over.
With 1 left over, okay.
And guys, I think there's only one like that on the test. One division problem, and there's no remainder. Okay, here's the last example of a division problem. Oh my goodness, it's already 8:30? Shazam.
It's not like we have anywhere to go right now.
No, I think
You already ate your dinner. I have it.
some of us have to go eat dinner at 8:30.
Yeah.
And walk the dog again.
Huh?
And then walk the dog again.
Oh, yes, absolutely. Okay, so this one right here is the last example we're doing with the division. So we're going to convert 2, 1, 2 base 4 to base 10. So the 2 represents 4 to the 0. The 1 represents 4 to the first power. The 2 represents 4 to the second power. So when you convert this, it's going to be 2 times 4 to the second plus 1 times 4 plus 2. And you put that on your calculator, let your calculator do it for you. So this is going to be 32 plus 4 plus 2. So that's going to give you 38. So you take that 38, you divide it by 2. 38 divided by 2 gives you 19. Now, guys, we got to take 19, and we're going to have to convert the 19 to base 4. Convert 19 to base 4. All right. So to convert this one to base 4, we're going to write out the place values. 4 to the 0 is 1. 4 to the first is 4. 4 to the second is 16. Now, the reason why I didn't do it like the previous 2 is because if I were to take 4 and divide it into 19, it would give me 4. I can't have 4 in the answer. So that's why I'm writing out the place values, okay? So now, guys, we're going to create 19 using 16, 4, and 1. So we're going to need 1 16. So if you've got 19, you subtract 16 from it. That leaves you with 3. Obviously, 3 is less than 4, so we don't need the 4. And we need 3 1s. So to create the number 19, we need 16 plus 3 in order to have 19. So here's the answer, and base 4, everybody. There you go.
Oh, that was so easy.
I'm glad you think so, Carl.
I was just playing.
I know that. All right, guys. Now, the sad part about it is that it is exactly 8:30. I wanted to get to the last lesson. The last lesson is super easy. It's on the Egyptian numbers. That's all those squiggly lines, which obviously I can't show you because we're not in a textbook, but you will get the chart when you're doing the test. I forgot, you at home doing these tests, okay? So you'll be just fine. The Egyptian number system, guys, is one of the set of numbers that you will see in section 4.4. Okay, so yeah, here's the Egyptian number system. You've got the number 1, which is represented as a tally mark. The number 10 is represented as a heel. The 100 is represented as a spiral. Then you've got 1000, which is the astonished person. That looks something like this. I'm terrible at drawing, okay, people? Just bear with me here. That's the astonished person. Then you have your pointed finger, and the pointed finger, oh, Shazam, I went the other way around. The pointed finger represents 10,000. Then you've got, what is that one called again? The tadpole. The tadpole, okay, it looks something like this. It represents 100,000, okay? And then the astonished person. The astonished person is basically so astonished that they just won $1 million. It looks better on the computer, guys, okay?
This is so crazy.
Yeah.
This is easy, guys. Listen, the Egyptian number system, let's say you wanted to write the number 53, you would do 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 heel bones for 50, and then 1, 2, 3 tally marks, and that would give you the number 53.
Yeah,
It's
I
that
did those
easy.
on the homework. Those are easy.
Yes, they are.
Yeah.
They're super easy.
Mhm.
Okay.
Speak for yourself, young lady.
I am.
Oh, you're gonna like this. You're gonna like this.
Yeah, those were easy, Carl.
And then
Yeah.
the Roman numeral system. Now, the Roman numbers, you guys are used to those too. You use to I, which represents 1. You use to V, which represents 5. Then you got X, which represents 10. L, which represents 50. C, which represents 100. D is 500. And then M is 1,000. Now, I think everybody's comfortable with these up here, right?
Mhm.
We've all seen the Super Bowl too many times.
Exactly, okay? And
Can't wait
don't
till
have the
Super
TV.
Bowl.
we actually use on a regular basis, okay? So the
Can't wait for Super Bowl D.
C, think of century. A century is a period of 100 years. So C for 100. M, think of millennium. Mil in Spanish or in French means 1,000. Millennium, the root word mil. Millennium stands for a period of 1,000 years. So then that means that mil would represent 1,000. That's how you remember them. Okay, the D, you guys are on your own with the D. The way I think about the D is it's in
Half a
between
mil.
and M. So D must be about 500 in between 100 and 1,000. Does that make sense? It's not exact,
Nope.
but you know what I mean. All right, guys. So I don't want to keep you. I am going to stop here. And then the test is not due until Friday next week. Okay? And so we'll have more time next Tuesday to talk about this. So if you don't feel comfortable about the last lesson, don't do the test yet, guys. Wait until next week to do it, all right? And we'll chat some more about this. Now, a couple of things to keep in mind, guys. Tax day is no longer next Wednesday. They pushed it back to, let me see here.
July 15th.
July 15th. If you've been laid off, if you've been furloughed, if they decrease your hours at work, you can file for unemployment. And for unemployment, they're going to give you up to $275 a week plus an additional $600, okay? You just have to apply. You go to floridajobs.org, okay? Secondly, if you've got little kids like Valerie and they're making you come into work, you can use the Family Leave Act to go ahead and stay home with your kids while your employer is paying you, okay?
Oh, wow.
All right?
Somebody want to have a kid real quick?
Okay, if you've got little kids, School is closed. There's no daycare. The daycares are closed as well. There's a Family Leave Act as part of the coronavirus. You can choose to use it and stay home with your kids for up to 3 months while your employer is paying you for your job, okay? All right. And then last but not least, if you are a small business owner, you guys know the government loan/grant, and I'm emphasizing the grant, just became available. You can apply it online at sba.gov, or you can go to your local bank. There's 4 programs that business owners are entitled to, they can qualify for. And some of this money, depending on how you use it, you don't have to pay it back. So do apply if you have a small business. And if you have a business, obviously you need to have an EIN number, an employer tax ID number, okay? So I just gave you guys some information you can use. That's it, guys.
Thank you.
Thanks for
Thank you.
coming. I will see you next Tuesday.
Anybody want to help me have a kid real quick?
You're 9 months too late.
Okay, Carl, I'm right here for you. I'm not getting off yet, all right? Good night,
All right.
everybody.
Have a good night.
Oh boy. What the heck?
Caitlin. Caitlin, oh my gosh, I keep clicking on. Okay, Caitlin, did you, Kate? Oh my gosh. Caitlin? Oh my goodness, why isn't this working? Okay. Try one more time. Okay.
Uh-oh.
All right, I keep saying Caitlin, she's in wait mode, but for some reason she's not getting in.